Branches whipped at Samantha's face, tearing at her clothes. Each ragged breath echoed in her ears, a symphony of terror. The woods, once serene, were now a labyrinth of shadows, each one hiding the face that haunted her. Its eyes, two burning embers, seared into her mind. Run. She had to keep running. The ground was uneven, treacherous. Roots snagged at her ankles, threatening to send her sprawling. But the fear of falling was nothing compared to the fear of being caught. The face was relentless, appearing and disappearing between the trees, always closer, always mocking. Her lungs burned, her legs screamed for respite, but still she pressed on. The memory of his touch sent shivers down her spine, a stark contrast to the icy air biting at her skin. His voice, a guttural rasp, echoed in her mind, twisting familiar words into threats. The woods offered no solace, only the promise of deeper darkness. Escape. She had to find a way out, had to outrun the nightmare closing in on her. The face was a grotesque mockery of humanity. Pale, stretched taut over bone, the lips were drawn back in a perpetual silent scream. Its eyes, devoid of pupils, glowed with an eerie internal light, reflecting nothing but malice. It was everywhere and nowhere, appearing in the rustling leaves, the swirling dust motes, the rippling water of a nearby stream. Samantha stumbled, her ankle twisting beneath her. Pain shot up her leg, but she dared not stop. She could feel its presence, cold and oppressive, closing in around her. The face was a specter, a figment of her terror given form. Or was it? The line between reality and nightmare blurred with each frantic breath. Doubt gnawed at her sanity. Had she truly seen it, or was her mind playing tricks on her? The woods were silent, save for the pounding of her heart, the rasp of her breath. But she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, hunted. The face was a constant, a specter clinging to the fringes of her vision, reminding her that there was no escape. Then, through the trees, she saw it, a clearing bathed in the pale glow of the moon, and in the center, an old well. Its stone rim was crumbling, swallowed by moss and vines, but it stood tall, a beacon of hope in the oppressive darkness. Maybe, just maybe, she could find refuge there, a place to hide, to catch her breath. Hesitation warred with desperation. What if it was a trap? What if the face was waiting for her down there in the cold, damp darkness? But what choice did she have? She couldn't keep running forever. With a surge of adrenaline, she stumbled towards the well, her eyes darting back and forth, searching for any sign of movement. The air around the well was heavy, stagnant. A metallic tang lingered, a smell Samantha couldn't play. It sent a shiver down her spine, but she pushed it aside. She had to get off her feet, had to find a moment's respite. Taking a deep breath, she gripped the rough stone of the well's edge and began to lower herself into the unknown. The darkness below was absolute, all-consuming. Samantha dangled precariously, her fingers aching, her arms screaming for relief. The mossy stones were slick with dampness, offering little purchase. She tried to find a foothold, a handhold, anything to stop her descent, but there was nothing. Then, her fingers slipped. The fall was short but terrifying. Samantha landed hard on something solid, the air knocked from her lungs. Panic welled up inside her, choking her, blinding her. She thrashed, her arms flailing, her fingers scrabbling for purchase on the unseen surface. The air was thick with the stench of decay, of something ancient and evil. And then she saw them. 2 points of light glowing in the darkness, drawing closer. The face. It had followed her. It was here, in the darkness with her. A scream caught in her throat, choked off by terror. The points of light grew larger, brighter, until they were all she could see. And then, everything went black.